I don't know what they put in this coral food, but whatever it is, it's incredible. Oh, hey, what's up, my fish tank guys and girls? As you can see here is the fish tank guy. I am coming at you with some updates from Christmas, looking at some of the things that I got for my aquariums, what they are. Maybe you guys will be interested in having them for your tanks at home as well. As you can see, I got this awesome mug here from my wife and kids with the fish tank guy logo on it there. Made me think, I don't know if anybody would be interested in me producing some merch, like some t-shirts or mugs or various things like that, but I was thinking of making variations of my logo and saying like I'm a fish tank guy and I'm a fish tank girl for some merch, which would kind of be cool. So if you guys are interested in that, please let me know in the comments below. So let's get into some of the stuff that I got for Christmas this year. All of this was on my list, so none of it came as like a huge surprise because the folks in my family, they don't really know much about aquariums or the hobby, so I kind of have to direct them towards the things that I'm interested in. So otherwise they'd be completely clueless. So I'm going to take you guys from kind of the least interesting to the most interesting stuff that I got for Christmas this year, tell you guys how I'm going to use it in my aquarium, what it's used for, and then also let you guys know how you can get a hold of it if you're interested in the product. So up first, I got something very simple here. It's the Salifert nitrate test kit. Now I've actually had test kits before for nitrate, but it's always been the API test kit, and I found that it is fairly unreliable. So I wanted something that is a little more respected in the hobby in terms of being a better gauge of nitrate in your aquarium, and apparently that is what the Salifert nitrate test kit is for. So I will have a link to all these products in the description below if you guys are interested, but essentially I'm going to use this on all of my aquariums to check my nitrate levels. Pretty simple. Nitrate is a good indicator of how things are going in your tank. If you need to do a water change, if something's out of whack, you might start to see some algae growth, etc. if you have higher levels of nitrates than desired. So that is why having a good nitrate test kit such as this one is a good idea for anybody with an aquarium. So up next is this big old tub of stuff. It is Seachem's Matrix Carbon. Now many people run carbon in their aquarium. Carbon is essentially used to keep your water looking crystal clear, also eliminate any odors and things like that. Some people believe incorrectly that carbon is used to remove nitrites and nitrates and ammonia. It actually doesn't do that, but it is a nice chemical to have as part of your filtration to keep your tank looking crystal clear and not having that kind of nasty algae aquarium type smell. Now the reason that I wanted the Seachem Matrix Carbon is that there are various grades of carbon. Now somebody might say, what about ROX carbon? Now ROX is probably the highest grade of granular activated carbon, but this is up there. It's reviewed very well, very highly reviewed, I should say. And one of the things that I like about this product is that Seachem says you can keep it in your tank for 3 to 6 months. Now, most carbon, especially the more inexpensive carbons that you'll find, or the carbons that you'll find in generic filters in like Petco or PetSmart, a lot of times that carbon will need to be replaced every couple weeks. And I'm trying to keep maintenance down on my aquariums as much as possible. So although I have a hard time believing that this carbon will last 6 months, I'm going to see if it will last 3 months. So once I put this into my aquariums, I'm going to have it in all my aquariums. Just in filter media bags. Once I put it into my aquariums, I'm going to leave it in for 3 months and replace it every 3 months and see if I see positive results with it. So again, Seachem's Matrix Carbon, very highly reviewed, a very good version of carbon for your aquarium if you're looking for something else you can add to clarify, clear up your aquarium, even that extra step. Because honestly, my aquariums don't look bad right now, but I'm hoping with the carbon they look even better. Okay, so the next product that I got for Christmas here are these awesome Marine Pure Gems. Now, this is a form of biological filtration media. So I'm just going to read to you guys what it says are the benefits of having these in your aquarium, and I'll let you guys judge for yourself. It says high surface area and open porosity. Is that how you say it? Porosity, probably, for maximum beneficial bacteria growth to eliminate ammonia and nitrite and to reduce nitrates. It has 1,450 square feet of surface area per box. This is a little box. Lowers tank maintenance by reducing water changes and costly chemicals. I like that. And inert and chemically stable. So essentially what these are is, and this says for up to 70 gallons, just this little box, up to 70 gallons. So essentially what this does is it adds more potential to have like a live rock type of filtration in your tank. Now, these aren't necessarily something you're going to put in your display tank. Some people might, but they're not very, they're not aesthetically pleasing, I'll say. So I'm actually going to put these in the rear chambers of my aquariums. But essentially, they offer the benefits of live rock in a very small package. So as you can see, this is very small, but this probably is the equivalent of having pounds and pounds of live rock in your aquarium. So some people like to do things like, macroalgae to absorb nutrients and different things like that. Right now, I don't want to do macroalgae again. I did it at one point in an old sump, but with macroalgae, you need a light, you need a lighting schedule, and sometimes you have to trim it and things like that. But with something like this, you can put it into your rear chamber, you can let that beneficial bacteria build up, and really all you need to do is when you do a water change, you can remove these, swish them around in your tank water that you've drained from your aquarium just to get all the extra buildup and things off of them, and put them right back in either your sump or your rear chambers if you have a nano tank like I do with the Fluval Evo or the BioCube. So I'll let you guys know what I think of these after I have them in the aquarium for quite some time. But the reason that I asked for them is because they are very highly reviewed. They have a lot of reviews, and people had almost nothing but good things to say about them. So once again, Marine Pure Gems. I'll have a link in the description below, and you guys can check these out. So last but certainly not least, actually probably what I would consider to be the most interesting thing that I got for Christmas in relation to my aquariums are Reef Roids. So these come from Polyp Lab, engineered coral food Reef Roids. I got the Pro 150 gram version. These things are incredible. So this is what I talked about in my intro where I said, I don't know what's in this stuff, but gosh dang, my corals look really good and they look really happy. So I've actually only used it twice so far. I'm going to go with the twice a week regimen for feeding these to my corals. Some people do them once a week, some people do them every day. I think that's a little excessive, but I'm going to do 2 times a week. So I'm just going to read to you what it says in terms of directions. Actually, first, I'm going to read what Reef Roids are. Okay, Reef Roids is a blend of naturally occurring marine planktons, which contains a species of zooplankton that is unique to our product. It is formulated to minimize water degradation and is ideal for Goniopora, zoanthids, mushrooms, and all other filter-feeding corals. With continued use, your corals will never experience faster growth and coloration. Okay, so essentially it just says, in order to use Reef Roids, you mix it with some water from your tank. For the optimum results, use a syringe to target feed this mixture while tank circulation is off. Otherwise, disperse mixture into tank. Now, I am of the mindset where I like to turn all my filters off and my power heads off, and then I target feed coral. I don't like to disperse it into the tank because I have heard that this can contribute to raising nitrates and even phosphates in some instances because it's kind of like potent fish food. And you know how we add fish food when we first start a tank to cycle our aquarium, build that ammonia up and things like that. So this is like a power-packed version of that food. So I like to target it directly to the corals. I've used it twice and I've already seen results. The corals are more open, they're puffier, and I've actually seen some growth in some of my acans already, which is hard to believe. So Reef Roids, really cool. I'm going to leave a link to the description below. There are multiple package sizes that you can purchase. I think it's going to go a long way. One complaint I will have is that the seal, like the Ziploc seal on this bag, does not work very good. I think that's because it's kind of like a dusty powder, and it kind of has clogged that zipper seal. So I put most of this bag into like a vacuum sealed container that I'm going to use, and the remaining is in here. But I think it's going to last a long time. Even using twice a week, I feel like it's going to last at the very least 6 months. So Reef Roids, very cool. Check them out. I'll let you guys know in the coming weeks if I still see the progress that I've seen so far when using Reef Roids. So once again, I'm the Fish Tank Guy. Thank you so much for checking out my channel and checking out this video. Hopefully you guys, enjoyed seeing what I got for Christmas here. The Salifert nitrate kit, the Matrix carbon here, the Marine Pure gems, the Reef Roids, and of course my little Fish Tank Guy mug here, which I'm really excited about. So like I said, if you guys have any interest in merch at all, I can come up with some cool designs, and I'll create like one of those merch stores or whatever. That'd be really awesome. If you guys would be interested in that, then you can support me that way, and I can continue making these videos, make them more often and more regularly, consistently. I'm trying to get back into once a week. I haven't been doing too bad so far. The last month I've been about once a week, which is pretty good. So that's all I've got. Hopefully you guys had a great Christmas. Hopefully you are having a good New Year so far. It's 2021. We're finally away from 2020, and hopefully the New Year brings good things for all of you and your fish tanks out there. So once again, that's all I've got to say, and until a future Fish Tank Guy video, I will see you guys soon.